Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're taking a look at some accessories today, and here we have the Holy Warrior EXPS3 red dot sight. This one actually comes with the G33 Magnifier, and these you can find for $149.99. This came from HC2 Airsoft. That's a company in the Midlands. They've got an indoor CQB arena called High Command 2. They've also got a fully stacked retail store on the same site as well. So if you want one of these, you can get them in the hard cases like this with the magnifier, or you can also get the red dot sights by themselves without the magnifier. So they do two versions of this now. I presume the one that doesn't come with the magnifier is a little bit cheaper, but this model here is the one that comes with the G33 magnifier. So the one that comes without the magnifier will come in like I think it's a cardboard style box. However, this one comes in a nice protective plastic hard case. So we're going to be taking a look at this today because I've been meaning to check out some bits from Holy Warrior. Now, from what I can gather looking at this kit is the cheaper version of the Holo sight that Holy Warrior do. I know Holy Warrior do like an EXPS3 or whatever you want to call it, like an EOTech style red dot sight. I know they do the Holos on their own. I'm sure they do like a premium model, which is about $150 just for the Holo. So just be aware. I'm just saying that because there are many versions of the products from Holy Warrior, and we'll take a look at what's going on here. Now, you guys know that I had the Holy Warrior Tango 6T? Can't quite remember, which was this one, which I bought actually secondhand off eBay, but it actually has turned out to be such a nice optic that I almost prefer it over my primary arms one, which wasn't cheap at all. So you got it in a plastic case. We open it up. What have we got inside? We've got a little cleaning cloth. We've got a little manual here which tells you how to put the battery in, which make sure you put the battery in the right way, because the first time I did it I got it wrong. You've also got a little bit here for the magnifier. As you'll see here, all the specs are on there. Also inside you get a scope coat, which is like a cover for the, I'm guessing for the Holo. So it's kind of similarly shaped to the Holo. So if you're storing anything like that, it's got like a rubber, that rubber like neoprene style material. So hopefully when you put it on, it isn't going to go elsewhere. Also inside we get, like I said, some free packs of salt. Don't eat those. I'm joking, it's not salt, silica gel, but we get the magnifier, which comes with the riser already installed. So if you wanted to use something like this with a slightly lower profile red dot, you just take the riser out there. So this flips to the side. It's also got a quick detach, so it should be nice and easy and quick to put it on there. And we get the red dot itself. We open this up here, take this off, and you'll see that this is an EXPS3, if I hope I'm getting that right, style red dot sight. I can't remember if I left the battery in on this. I think I did. You'll just see here. Yeah, so CR123A batteries. You can get a bunch of these quite cheap, off-branded ones from Amazon. Now recently I did buy, I say recently, like a year or two ago, I bought a bunch off the Duracell store on Amazon, and they just came in like a like an envelope. It was really weird, and what I found was they didn't really do much better than the off-branded ones, and these ones seem to be doing pretty well. But you know, any CR123A battery will fit. Just make sure the positive side is up, which you can see on the cap there, the plus sign to denote which side it needs to go in. We screw that in here, make sure it's tightened down. Don't need to use any tool or anything like that. The cap is encapsulated with this little bit of wire that sits on the Holo itself. The Holo has a quick detach mount, and you've got all your buttons on here, nothing on the back there, and then your adjustments on the right hand side. You can also use this fixture here if you need more pre-tension on your quick detach mount, so you have to press that in first to release it. It won't just release on its own. But if it's a little bit loose on your rail, you basically just tighten this one up on this side. So there you have it. So we'll get that out the way. We'll put all this stuff back in here. And you could just, once you've got your Holo, you could pull this out and you could use it to store anything else in. You've actually got an Allen key underneath, which I wasn't aware of before. So we'll shove all this back in here. And we'll take a look at this Holo. So you'll see it's not gonna be indicative to how this looks in person because it's reflecting the LED panel above. But when I normally look through it, it's non-reflective at all. But I'm going to try and show you the reticle here, which might not work. So let's set it to the bench and lock it. And hopefully we can show that reticle there. So you'll see it's like a circle with like little lines off the side, and then you've got 2 dots, and then the bottom dot, which you see on the reticle there, it might not be really clear, is like a little T shape. So you press any button to turn it on. You can then go, I'm just going to do this by eye here. You can turn it down all the way really low, which you probably won't be able to see on there, but we can slightly turn it up. There we go. So it's going to be difficult because of the lighting in here, but you can see the reticle there. In person, it's kind of strange because the further away you get from the Holo, I can't remember what it's like on the real Holos, but it's very crisp compared to a real Holo. If you've ever looked through a real EOTech before, you'll know that it's really fuzzy, and that's just due to the technology that's in there, that, in my opinion, because it's not like a normal red dot sight, it's an actual holographic sight, which very few companies actually get right. So you've got your up and down, you press both of them in to turn it off, and then let's reset this here. You can press this button which goes NV. So in my sight, I can see it, press it, it disappears. So I will have to test that at night time to see whether that's actually true. The magnifier itself, I'm going to try and get this to sit correctly here. So you'll see it's a, I can't actually remember how many times was it, how much magnification was it? So it says 3/5, so I'm guessing they do 2 different types. That to me looks like a 3X when I've looked through it previously. But what are we going to fit this on? Let's have a look. Now I do have my Salvo Virtus, which you can see I put some bits on. I was currently running a Holosun on there with a magnifier just to see how I got on with it. But this is actually off my Mark 18, which it will need to go back on. So let's get the correct Torx bit. I think it's a 9. If I remember correctly, it might be a 10. Yeah, 10. So when I actually bought this Holosun a while ago, I couldn't actually get the red version of it. I had to get the green dot version. It was the only one that I could get in stock at the time. So, and to be honest with you, it's not been bad at all. So we can pull this off here and we can fit this on. It's a little bit more bulky compared to the Holosun, but it was more of a different look I wanted to go for. I haven't had like replica like EOTech or Holo sights for a while now, and I'm hoping this one does its job. So I'm just gonna click that up once just to make sure it's nice and solid on the rail, which it is, and then we can fit our magnifier. I have to open the mount first, I'm being a dummy. Same adjustable screw on this side as well. The difference I'm going to have to get used to once I get this on. So to me that looks like it's sat too high. So I'm just going to take a quick look through it. It seems okay, but to me it looks like this is on the higher side. So the center of the Holo is about there. Let's just pop this on for now. I have to adjust that. So the center for the magnifier is about here. And the center for the red dot sight is about there. So we need to come down a little bit, which we can do that after we drop it by adjusting the mount. So we have Allen key slots here. I'm guessing it's a 3, which I should have out already. Let's try it. So 3mm Allen key. We undo these 2 countersunk screws. Take out that spacer. And hopefully this aligns a little bit better without going too low. So you would need different screws, wouldn't you? It's always the little finer details, I think, where these optics companies... Yeah, so we can't actually take that out. Which is slightly annoying. I think it probably would have dropped it a bit too much. But from what I could see, they didn't supply any other like screw hardware. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got boxes of assortmented like screws, metric stuff, in all different sizes, so I could swap the screws out. But it would have been nice if they were included. We'll just take another quick look in here to make sure I haven't missed it. No, there's nothing else in here at all. So I'm not sure if that's something that should come with them, but on this one, it's not quite there. Let's get it mounted. I could see through it. I was just trying to be clever and line it up a little bit better. So we try and put this mount on. It's a little bit too tight. So what I can do, loosen this off one click, like that. And then it does latch on there nice and tight. And there you have your EOTech with your magnifier. Now, this one flips to the left, where previously on my Holosun, there's a vast difference in quality here, but you can see the profile of it's much smaller as well. But I always find on these magnifiers, if you ever buy like an airsoft, like a copy magnifier, no matter what brand it is, you'll always find the eye relief on them's not very good. If you look through something that's, you know, designed for real applications like this Holosun, which isn't cheap. I think this was about 200 on its own, on top of, it's very dusty here because I haven't used it in a while, on top of the Holosun, which I think was about 200 as well, maybe 250. The eye relief on this one as well, even though it's the real deal, is just, you have to have your eye like really close to it. So one thing I'll have to get used to is flipping this to the other side. Now, I can't actually remember if, I imagine you can actually switch these around. So you've got like a little adjuster screw in there. I'm pretty sure you should be able to swap this on the mount. You'll see it has the same style spacer here, but I got a lot of hardware in the box for these, and obviously the boxes were vastly different. So I'm just gonna have a quick look through it, see if I can see through, which I can. So you would then set it up to your own preferences. Now, the red dot is a little bit off, so it needs setting to center. But the eye relief on this magnifier isn't bad at all. It makes it look perhaps a little bit blurry. You do get, I'm sorry I'm doing this off camera, but you do on the sight itself, you do get a little bit of warping. So as you move your head up and down side to side on the real deal, it'll stay exactly where it needs to be. On this one, as you move your head side to side up and down, you get this warp effect, which is very difficult to sort of display on camera. But basically, as the reticle gets towards the edges of the sight, it like warps and distorts, like stretches it. So I would also probably say the reticle on this is maybe a tad too big. Do I have my real EOTech? Not to hand, it's on something somewhere. But, you know, you are paying a lot less. You know, you go buy a real one of these, you're probably spending anywhere between £600 and £850 just for the sight itself, which you are going to get a very high quality thing. But many of us airsofters, we haven't got that kind of bank to go and put one of these on every gun at 850 quid a time. However, and bear in mind, if you don't want it with the magnifier, which to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I would. I think I might just use it without the magnifier, and if it does have NV capability, just run it as a nighttime gun maybe. There's loads of different scenarios that I'm trying to figure out where this fits into my collection of what I would use it for. But, you know, you get it without the magnifier, I'm sure it will be a little bit cheaper. And these are on the lower end price point of the Holy Warrior Holo sights. Again, this came from HC2. You could just put in HC2 Airsoft in Google and you can find them. Be sure to hit them up. I know they've got a bunch of these in, and they're getting a bunch of other cool stuff in, which they were telling me about while I went to see them. And yeah, I think aesthetically it looks really good. Maybe looks a little bit better than the Holosun. Sometimes the Holosun can look a little bit anemic, but it all depends on the application. And with the quick detach mounts on these things, I can just swap and change them between guns. And hopefully, as long as your rail's set true and you zero this all in, apart from obviously where the projectiles are coming out your barrel, it should all be pretty much lined up, and then you just set your zero. So that is the Holy Warrior set. And that's all the information that's on the box there. So be sure to hit up HC2 Airsoft if you want one. They've got many other cool things on there. I think we'll be getting some more bits and pieces from them because they do have quite a product range going on. They're also stocking a lot of Tokyo Marui stuff if you want that. I hear they've got Gen 4 and Gen 5 G pistols coming in very soon. So I asked them when they landed to let me know, and I'll let all you guys know. I have to be very careful how I talk about that subject because the Gen 5 Marui pistol video got taken down by Glock. But there you have it. Looks at home on the MCX. I'll chop and change. I always chop and change sights. You'll have seen Jack loves to point out that I've had that Primary Arms LPVO on pretty much all my replicas, but I just try and change things and see what sits better with different products. So hope you like it. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Like and subscribe. Be sure to check out the links in the description. Join the Agri Precision Discord community. There's a lot of items coming back on stock on the website very soon. It's probably our biggest restock that's going to be happening over the next 10 to 20 days. A lot of things coming back in. CNC Titans, AKM hop arms. We're doing new AKM downgrade valves. We're going away from additive manufacturing now to CNC machining. Blowback weights for Maruis, they're coming back in. Mark 18 barrel nuts. We've adapted that a little bit on the new files just so they accept more barrel nut tools. So they should be coming in as well. Loads more. The Die Free Co. restock just dropped as well. So you can get the tiger claws and the grips. Unfortunately, the grip plugs are out of stock till mid-April, so we couldn't really do much about that. So I hope you like it. And again, let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do you have one of these Holy Warriors? Do you have one of the Holy Warriors that's the slightly more premium model? How do they compare to each other if you have both? Let us know down below. And from me and Bench, we'll see you in the next video. And just an extra bit on the video here, because I literally forgot to do two things. One of which was apply the scope coat, so that goes on really nicely. It's a nice fit if you want to protect it when it's in storage or in your gun bag, so that fits really nice. And you can also switch the mount round like I was talking about. So I think with the way I charge a charging handle, I was just messing about with the gun. With it folded to the left side, it did block my normal route of access for the charging handle. So I flipped the magnifier over onto the side and it still works absolutely fine. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.